Today on the channel, the race to market has a clear winner, as for the first time ever, we've got the Beverly brothers from Title Run Toys.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Title Run Toys Retro Wrestling unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Bo, we got Blake, we got the Beverly brothers for the first time ever. But of course, for all your Title Run toy needs, Title Run Toys. But for everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And the Beverly brothers' race to the finish line has been won by Title Run Toys. This is the regular edition. There's like a 1 of 300 edition, which maybe I'll get in the future. We'll see what happens. What is time? What is money, as they say. That one, I believe, does not have the cape. So if you're choosing, you got to go cape, don't you? Lando would just turn his back on you if you didn't go with the cape. So I had to go cape, representing cape season year-round. But we do know Epic Toys in the distant future, maybe near future. I'm not exactly sure what is time. Once again, the next couple of months, let's say, Epic Toys will have their version of the Beverly brothers. So it's the great Beverly brothers race, it feels like at this point here. Would love to see some more Beverly brothers in the future. Not a tippy-top tag team, but one of those teams. I mostly remember them from feuding with the Bushwhackers once upon a time. And it's funny, in my brain, I always think of them paired up with Mr. Perfect. But the problem with that is that never really happened. I think a lot of that has to do with the genius, obviously, being with both of them over different times. And Coach, the Coach, you remember the Coach once upon a time? Mr. Perfect's original manager, and then, or no, was he the second manager? No, he was the original manager for Mr. Perfect, I think. And then Bobby Heenan took him over. Was it the other way around? Pretty sure Coach was first, wasn't he? Now, what is time? What is memories once again? But the Coach was also with the Beverly brothers once upon a time. Maybe Coach came after Bobby Heenan. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, it's nice to get some Beverly brothers. Would like to see Big Rubber Guy Beverly brothers in the future. That would be fun. And obviously, we'd love some Mattel Elites along the way. Not sure if that's going to happen. But the Beverly brothers always a strong Midwest personality. Coming out of the AWA once upon a time. They had time in WCW as well. What were they like? The Destruction Crew, Minnesota Wrecking Crew. They had a few things. Sometimes they'd wear masks. Sometimes they wouldn't. Always respected their work. A good friend of the channel, dare I say, Midwest professional wrestling legend. Nope, not Gage Octane. T.S. Aggressor. You guys know T.S. Aggressor? He was trained by these bad boys once upon a time, as well as Mr. Perfect. Trained him to be a wrestler. A Midwest staple for decades. Decades. I'll never forget it. So shout out to T.S. Hopefully I'll see him this summer. We'll see what happens there. But of course, we know how this review is going to go down. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Easy as that. Easy as that. But I could easily have seen Mr. Perfect, the Beverly Brothers, and the Genius as a Survivor Series team. It just feels like a team that would have worked, a four-man team. Shocked we didn't see that. But we're going to dive into it. Let's start with the packaging here. You got TRT right up there, not just to make you bigger anymore. It's also the name of a company, Title Run Toys. We got Bo and Blake Beverly over there. Wayne the Train Bloom. Oh, there it is. Mean Mike Enos. But looking good there, except a little bit blurry. It almost looks like they're Force Ghosts. You guys know Star Wars. We know all about Star Wars. Todd, remember way back in the day, the infancy of the channel, where I did one full year of every single day doing a Star Wars unboxing? I'll never forget, that was the biggest weekly purchases I ever bought. I bought like 2,000 Star Wars figures, and we unboxed every single one of them over a year plus, in all honesty. And then the Guinness Book of World Records people came here, and they put me in that award that sits in my office to this day. That's neither here nor there. But it looks good. I do like the bubble on the packaging. You got a very Hasbro-esque sticker they place on there. It does feel good. My one gripe here, I like the J-hook at the top, like the yellow carding. My one gripe is I wish I could just put this on a shelf. It will not stand up. I wish it was just down a little bit more. So I'm going to open this, obviously. But there's a lot of people that would put this on a shelf. They are not able to do that because it will fall over on you. So that's just a little tweak to the packaging design I would do personally. On the back, got the file card, very Hasbro-esque on the back on these. Got the cross-sell back there as well. Let's see what it says back here. What's going on? It says Blake Beverly, height 6'3", 277 pounds. Bo Beverly, height 6'4", 244 pounds. Origin Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights, that sounds like a club I used to go to back in the day, from Ohio. Famously missing duo from the golden age of wrestling figures, not wrong there, managed by the notorious wrestling scholar. I thought he was more of a coach. Oh, the genius. But Epic Toys has, I believe, 2 different genius figures coming out, which is almost perfect because you can display one with your title run toys, one with your Epic toys. And all is right in the world. And it feels like they should be with Mr. Perfect too, but they will not be. And my biggest Beverly brothers, I might have said this already, their feud with the Bushwhackers is what I remember most about them for the most part. It does show Series 2. We've unboxed everybody on the channel here except Harley Race. I got my Harley Race orders in. Nikita Koloff got those orders in. Johnny B. Bad looking pretty good. I believe I ordered that. Adrian Adonis, I think I forgot to order the limited edition like street gear one where he's got his like leather jacket and stuff. That's the one I wanted the most. I missed out on it. I forgot about it. That's the hard thing, keeping track of all these pre-orders and everything else that's for sale. And you know me too, like the Big Rubber guys, for example. Let's pick on the Big Rubber guys. You know, the month of April, they have this pre-order. I wait till the very end of April. I want all these companies sitting on my money as little amount of time because I have so much money tied up all the time. I want them sitting on it as little as possible. So I always wait till the very end. Sometimes that burns me. I forget about it. It sells out. Whatever might happen is what it is. First world problems if there ever was one. But looking good. I'm excited to get these 2 here. Excited to dive in and see what's going on. Can I get them out? There we go. Just gotta have the touch like a young Transformers the movie in the 80s. How about that? Coming off clean, but my goodness, is that a smell? That's a smell. Woo, woo, woo. China Factory. These guys are fresh. Oh, these are fresh from China is what we got going on here. The old Beverlys. Bam! There it is. Let's dive into it. Let's start with Wayne the Train Bloom. How about? Why not? Why wouldn't we? We got Wayne Bloom here. Now the cape, it does remove. It does remove. We do got glitter on the back here. And I'm happy to report no glitter coming off. That's always a watch out with glitter. Nobody wants that where there's glitter everywhere and stuff. I'm a little bit shocked. I thought these were going to be real like capes, like not plastic. They were going to be cloth capes or something. So they are plastic capes. I don't know if everybody will like that. It gets the point across. It gets it done. You got the stars all over. It reminds me of the First Avenue up there in Minnesota. How about the old First Avenue? You got the little trim on the front, the little fringe, everything. Looks good. I don't have really any issues with this. I think I would prefer cloth if I had to put gun to my head. But this is our first go around here. It gets the job done. It gets the job done. Now we got Wayne Bloom looking good here. He's got that gloss to him. There's no doubt about it. We got a good gloss finish to this one. Does got that Hasbro shine, I will say that. Looking at the head, could have been a little bit better head sculpt on this one, I do think. I don't know if I could tell you this is Wayne Bloom. It almost reminds me of Johnny Valentine, Greg Valentine's dad. I know that's a deep old man cut is what that is. Way before my time too, but I'm just a historian at the end of the day. Song and dance man, historian, dog owner, dad, husband, worker. I don't know what I am, but he does got that look to him there, but close enough to be dangerous, of course, if you're trying to put it towards back in the day times and things like that. Got one of the most classic Hasbro positions ever with the arm out. You got the articulation there. A beautiful one of the greatest playability figures Hasbro-wise once upon a time. No shirt going on here. He does got a little glitter on his arm, which is on my hand, which is going to be on my pants now. So I got that glitter off there. I'm glad that wasn't stuck in. Got 2 Fists of Fury going on here. You got the white boots going on, and then you got the silver and purple pants looking good. Looking like a Beverly brother. A shot of the arm in your tag team fed is what this one is here now. One thing I'm noticing here, it does look a little bit better than previous title run toys as far as the neck goes. Sometimes that neck gappage gets to be a little bit too much and it takes your eye out of it. A lot more better seam on these ones here. So I do like that a whole lot. And we'll do some comparisons later in this video as we always do. Not a bad piece of business. Series 2 down here. TRT, always be promoting. Got the little stand action, ringside stand. What do you know? Save 10%, use code Kyle. You know how that goes by now. Slide that on there. Looking pretty good. But now we turn our attention over to one Mean Mike Enos once upon a time in his AWA days, WCW days. Got the same exact cape going on. Makes a lot of sense. I could see getting the most out of your molds. We know how that goes. So we got that going there. Then we're diving into it. It does look like Mike Enos, a little bit cartoony. He does always kind of have that mashed potato face going on, but it does look like him, especially that mustache. Brings it over the top if it anything ever did. Long blonde hair, slicked back, looking pretty good. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Well, no shirt at least. You got the stars all over the place. You got the purple and silver looking good. The white boots once again. And I do like that they gave him kind of the gorilla press slam position. To me, he was always the muscle guy. They were very similar to Hawk and Animal in a lot of ways. Now, Hawk and Animal, both big jacked up guys, but Hawk was more the speedster, if you could call it that, more the high flyer of the two, where Animal was the straight up powerhouse. I always thought that was the case here with Mike Enos as well. He was the powerhouse of the group. So I do like this one. It looks like he's getting ready to do a little test of strength. The old-timey test of strength. Up here, up here, up here, up here. Okay. One of those kind of things. Looks like he's ready to do that. Or a gorilla press slam, whatever. These would be very fun in your Hasbro Fig Fed days to be able to play with these guys here. There's no doubt. Now, arms do go all the way around on both of them. Waist articulation on both of them. Head side to side on both of them. And that's all she wrote in the articulation department for the old Beverly brothers. And I am assuming, we know what happens when you assume, he also fits on a ringside collectible stand. We'll put his cape on to finish the look. And we're ready to rock in style with the Beverly brothers. Long overdue. Very happy to have them in retro. Hopefully we get big rubber guys. Hopefully we get some Mattel Elites one of these days. But it's nice to see some new blood into these toy lines. As we get a lot of Macho Men, we got a lot of Legion of Dooms. It's fun to get first time in the line stuff. And kudos to Title Run Toy beating Epic to the punch on these. You know how that goes on anything. There's people that will buy these and say, well, I want the Epic, but I have these. These are good enough for me. So Epic's going to miss some sales because of Title Run Toys. It's just the state of the marketplace in any kind of business. But I will be checking out the Epic Toy ones eventually. And I'm not opposed to getting the non-cape version of these in the future as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of Mr. Perfect, yeah, I know, but in my brain, it feels like it works. And if I had a childhood Fig Fed, you know Mr. Perfect would be teaming up with these guys. So you get a little comparison time there. Jumpin' Bomb Angels was the last ones we unboxed here. A little bit more unsightly in the neck gap. It looks like somebody got some piano wires working their way cutting through them is what it looked like to me. But you can kind of see that comparison there with the females and males. Feels right, looks right. And then, of course, their epic feud with the Bushwhackers. Man, we'll never forget that. One of the all-time great feuds of the WWE. I think that is the case. If I'm not mistaken, you guys sound off in the comments down below. But at the end of the day, I'm happy to have the Beverly brothers here. Be interested to see what we see in the future with Epic Toys and beyond. But a nice start in our Beverly brothers collection right here today. But what's your thoughts on these Beverly brothers? You need these in your collection? You picking these up? You get the non-cape version? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found, videocast on YouTube. So for the Beverly Brothers, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?